Scholarship, service, leadership, and character all originate from knowledge. Without knowledge, these characteristics would be non-existent. Since all four characteristics draw their strengths from knowledge, there will be a speaker representing each of the four characteristics. Our first speaker, Annika Ingehart, will speak about scholarship.
Good evening. Tonight I have been asked to speak to you about scholarship. Scholarship is a journey we take every day. It is our responsibility to diligently dedicate ourselves to the pursuit of knowledge. When we were young children, we often questioned why. Our curiosity about everything in life was unending. The commitment to our own scholarship at this point in our life will be reflected in how successful we become in the future. Scholarship is a commitment to being a lifelong learner, one who values knowledge and never stops questioning why. Induction into National Honor Society recognizes us at meeting the requirement for membership. This is the first step to truly being a scholar. We must embrace the endeavor of learning forever. National Honor Society values all of you scholars here today. Thank you.
Good evening. My name is and I have been asked to speak to you about service. The definition of service is contributing to the welfare of others. Serving may take time to achieve, but can be its own reward at the end. For example, members of National Honor Society here at Harvey volunteer as tutor students after school, give their time to mentor younger children with big brothers and big sisters, serve at summer camps, and help run events at other schools. The reason I serve is to make an impact on the world around me and put a smile on people's faces. Each member of the National Honor Society also takes pride in helping others and show this from their personal commitment to completing community service. Not only does helping others make a difference in the community, but it shines through each of us, creating a positive future for everyone. Thank you.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is and I'm speaking about what it takes to be a leader. Leadership is a unique quality that a person has to inspire others. In order to be a leader, you need to be responsible, dependable, disciplined, accountable, and able to take initiative. You can't be afraid to make mistakes or take chances. Leaders accept the challenge of hard work, even in the face of adversity, and they do whatever it takes to be successful. Leaders need to be prepared for what the future holds. Others are depending upon the decisions they make. Leaders set the examples for others to follow. As seniors, we are setting the examples with underclassmen. Juniors, now it is your turn to rise and take the next step in becoming leaders of your school. Thank you.
Good evening. My name is Leslie Ramirez, and I have been asked to speak to you about character. To me, character consists of 6 different traits: trustworthiness, respect, responsibility, fairness, caring, and citizenship. All of these traits are introduced to us at an early age by our family, teachers, mentors, and even our peers. But to develop them into a strong character truly takes time and a lot of hard work. I have learned that it isn't so much what you do when someone is looking, but rather what you do when no one is looking that describes your true character. Every action that you take and thing that you say is the outward representation of your character, so take good care of what you say and do. Character is achieved, not received. You must work hard to earn a good reputation that is the true representation of your character. I'll leave you tonight with a quote from Frank Allen. Watch your thoughts for they become words. Watch your words for they become actions. Watch your actions for they become habits. Watch your habits for they become character. Watch your character for it becomes your destiny. Thank you.
At this time, I would like to introduce the current National Honor Society members. Members, as I call your name, please stand and be recognized. The class of 2021, J.T. Vasco. Cecilia Cervantes. Jaden DeBevick. Myself, Estefania de Jesus. Adrian DePiro. Anka Engelhardt. Fernanda Flores. Ashley Cornes. Jaden Gilberson. Connor Hedrick. Landon Jenkins. Yesenia Lopez Rodriguez. Guadalupe Méndez Bolaños. Evelyn Murillo. Andrea Ortega Sandoval. Leslie Ramirez Morales. Thomas Sticker. Samantha Weber. And Brianna Williams. The class of 2022, Megan Blaker Martin. Roger Coffey III. Ana Garcia Pacheco. Elizabeth Keller. Dominic Leonello. Alondra Méndez Prieto. Verónica Mendoza Pacheco. Geraldine Morales Navarro. Jonathan Pacheco. And Monique Spikes. Now I would like to introduce our new members. New members, please come up on this side of the stage and sign your name in the book. Pick up your membership card, then continue across the stage and return to your seat. For the class of 2022, Mira DePiro. Class of 2023, Kira Bafford. Natalie Boscovic. Alexander Torres, and Dalia Velos. Just a reminder that the pledge is located on the back of your program. Will all the members of the Thomas W. Harvey High School National Honor Society please repeat after me? I pledge to uphold the high purposes of the National Honor Society to which I have been selected. I will be true to the principles for which it stands. I will be loyal to my school and will maintain and encourage high standards of scholarship, leadership, service, and character. Thank you. Let's give all of our members one more round of applause. It is my pleasure to introduce tonight's keynote speaker, Mr. Michael Wright. Mr. Wright is in his 8th year of teaching mathematics here at Thomas W. Harvey High School. Before starting his teaching career, he attended Ohio State University and then transferred to Cleveland State University, where he earned his Bachelor of Arts in Mathematics. Mr. Wright also earned his Master of Arts in Mathematics from John Carroll University. While at Harvey, Mr. Wright has taught Algebra 1, Geometry, Introduction to Statistics, and AP Statistics. He has also been the advisor or co-advisor of NHS for 6 years, and the affiliate assistant advisor for 3 years. Please join me in welcoming Mr. Wright to the stage.
Good evening. I wanted to speak with you all tonight because this will most likely be my last induction ceremony as one of the advisors of the Thomas W. Harvey High School National Honor Society. I truly enjoyed my time as the advisor of NHS, and through that time I've learned a lot specifically about what National Honor Society means to our students, our school, and our community. Our community depends on this chapter to provide services throughout the school year and even in the summer. These acts of service can range from just being good people around town to a large group effort like cleaning up a neighborhood or painting a fence for a family. Members of the Thomas W. Harvey High School National Honor Society chapter, it's a mouthful, have been completing acts of service like this since the chapter's inception in 1924. It's almost 100 years of service to this community. You all have just signed your name or have done it in the years past to a book that is a part of this school's history, and you are now a part of that history going forward. Our school depends on this chapter for leadership and scholarship. Each one of you has been called upon to be a leader in and outside of the classroom. That leadership can take many forms, such as leading by example, or being more vocal and calling people out when they need to be held accountable. But either way, leadership within the school often comes from the students that are in this chapter of National Honor Society. Our students depend on this chapter for opportunity, community, and accountability. These areas have not been as strong during the pandemic as we have been separated and not able to serve our community in some of the ways that we normally do. But as we look to the future and see things starting to return to some semblance of normalcy, I have some challenges for each of the different groups of students here tonight. To the seniors, congratulations. You should be so incredibly proud of what you have done because you are this close to that moment of graduation. My challenge to you is really quite simple. Bring the same character, leadership, scholarship, and service with you wherever you go, but also do not forget where you have come from. This is a special community, and while it might be exciting to leave for college or a job or even to travel, it is also important to give back to the community. How you do that is completely up to you. But when successful people from Painesville invest their personal time and energy back into this community, we can truly thrive. To the current juniors and all of the newly inducted members, my challenge to you will not be quite as easy. Next school year is going to be very difficult for many different reasons. Not one of us knows exactly what coming back to school in August will look like. All that we know is that there will be more students in person than we currently have this school year, and that some students have not stepped into a school building since March 2020. Some students have not been around their friends or enemies since March 2020. Some students have not been in dress code since March 2020. And some students, a little bit longer than that. Some students have not had to put down their phone for more than 5 minutes since March 2020. And the list goes on of things that students have not had that expectation of since March 2020. Coming back to school with numbers similar to those before the pandemic will be difficult for many reasons. And Harvey High School is going to need leaders. We are going to need our best and brightest students to lead the way to show everyone how to transition back to in-person learning. This could be as simple as coming to school on time, doing what's right, and always doing your best. But there are times that it might take more out of you. There are times that you may need to get out of your comfort zone to help another student or staff member. This is my challenge to all of the students in this room that will be here next year. Help lead our school back to normal. I'd like to thank Mr. Richards for giving me the chance to speak tonight, and I'd like to thank Mr. McGreeth for giving me the chance to lead this chapter of National Honor Society. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Wright. Now, Mr. McGreeth will close our 2021 National Honor Society induction ceremony.
folks, as well. Just to get, before we finish out here, first of all, we look over these characteristic traits. Folks, I gotta tell you, there's not one of you in this room that I'm concerned about being successful in this life. It's just a matter of how successful you want. You take these 4 characteristics and apply them to the rest of your life and really take them as centerpieces for your future, your expectations. Your future is going to be outstanding. Every one of you guys have delivered in this area. Me and Mr. Wright and now Mr. Richards have had struggles. We've had parents call and they complain about, why is my kid not gotten an NHS? We tell them that there's 4 characteristics here. It's not just scholarship. And it seems to be hard for people to rationalize. I've done lots of interviews for different jobs throughout our school district, and I got to tell you, looking for like these 4 characteristics a lot of times in a lot of our positions. It's not just someone being academically capable, but you need these 4 areas. So just remember this as you go forward. Don't lose track of this. Continue to strive for excellence in all these areas. To finish off with this, I want to thank Mr. Wright and Mr. Richards for continuing to strive to have this as an actual auditorium type presentation rather than an online version. You guys went through a lot. I continue to hear the current senior class not be recognized, but I want to let you guys know you guys are going to be able to handle just about anything in your lives. If you've handled this pandemic and still have strived in these areas and still have a bright future. So just keep these in mind as we go through life before now and the end of your careers. You're going to have a few more big pandemic type moments in your life. If you just persevere in your goals and understand that these 4 characteristics are really going to be centerpieces for your life, you're never really going to have to look back. This basically concludes tonight's NHS induction ceremony. I want to say one more time, the National Honor Society is a national society. It's not just a local chapter. So hopefully you guys recognize how important it is to be a part of this. And that book, if you've looked through that and had a chance to look at it, it's been around for 100 years, guys. Hopefully it'll be in there 100 years from now, and somebody else will be able to look at your name. So congratulations to this current induction class. You guys have earned it, and the other students in here for upholding that and making it something for the rest of them to want to be a part of. Mr. Wright, Mr. Richards, thank you. And that concludes tonight's ceremony. Thank you.